I want to invite you to join us as we tour Israel November 30th to December 10th, 2020. You're going to be able to see some incredible sights, walk where Jesus walked, and enjoy the expansive history of this area. You'll get to stand near the Garden Tomb and remember that Jesus is not here, for he is risen. Stand on the Mount of Olives and see an amazing view of Jerusalem, the Dome of the Rock, the Eastern Gate, just an incredible sight to see. You'll be able to spend some quiet time alone with the Lord right here in the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus spent time alone with the Lord before he went to the cross. You'll be able to see a model scale of Jerusalem during the time of Christ, as well as ruins that date back to David. You can stand right next to the Pool of Bethesda, where the lame man was healed in John chapter number 5. You're going to be amazed at the rich historical sites like Beth Shan here in the northern kingdom. You're going to see sites that have yet to be discovered, like here at Tel Jezreel, that we know where Ahab was. You'll enjoy the opportunity to stand right next to the Jordan River, a lot of biblical significance, especially the baptism of Jesus. Stand by natural springs, where Jesus actually would have traveled as he would go from Nazareth down to Jerusalem 3 times a year for the different feasts. You'll experience places like Caesarea Philippi, where Jesus said, "I will build my church and the gates of hell will not prevail against it." It's one of the oldest sites in the world. This is Abraham's Gate during the Canaanite era. You will love this area of Dan and the northern kingdom of Israel. And see the natural amphitheaters where Jesus would have preached the longest sermon he gave us in Scripture, Matthew 5, 6, and 7, the Sermon on the Mount. You can walk on Pigeon Pass, where Jesus walked as he would travel from Galilee to Nazareth, Nazareth onto Jerusalem with his disciples. Climb with us on Mount Arbel and see the valley below with the Sea of Galilee and Tiberias and Migdal. You can come sail in the Sea of Galilee, the place where Jesus said, "Peace be still," where he walked on water. The synagogue of Capernaum, here right next to the Sea of Galilee, where Jesus would have spent much of his earthly ministry. Places like Nazareth right behind me. I mean, just an area that's filled and rich with not only Bible history, but world history. You'll get to see some places that date back 3,500 years, like Tel Megiddo right here, dating all the way back to Solomon and even before him. I want to invite you to join us in Israel in 2020. We're going to see some incredible sights like the steps behind us, Tel Megiddo. They date themselves back to Solomon. This is an incredible area, much biblical significance, especially through the book of 1 Kings. And I hope that you'll join us in 2020 as we tour the Holy Land and see what God can do in our lives as we look back at the steps of those who walked in Scripture.